Let's start our journey by focusing on your breathing, how your breath goes in and out of your body quietly, without any effort. Notice how as you breathe in and out while I'm speaking, your chest is swelling gently, your shoulders lift minutely and fall. Breathe in and feel that breath curling inwards, circling inside your ribcage, to steal out once more out into the open air. Deepen slightly the next breath you bring in and out. Feel that breath going down into your lungs. As the breath continues going in and out, curling like a wave, feel like you're inside a great, unseen, gentle ocean. An ocean that's warm, its waves moving round you, finding any hard muscles that are in your body, and gently, easily making them soft. Let the warmth flow around your body as you breathe. Notice if your shoulders are a little bit tight, if the muscles are locked in place, and breathe warmth to there and feel them relax, grow soft, just like rubber. Breathe around the whole of your body, making it more light, more calm, more spacious. Anywhere you find your body's tensed, the muscles are locked in place, consciously release them. Breathe out, unlock them, and send that tension out with your breath into the open air. Keep breathing easily. Now you're almost weightless. You're aware of where your physical body's perimeter is, but it seems like a light balloon, resting whether it's sitting or lying down, minutely moving with each breath. And drift outwards. The rest of your body is quiet, waiting. It'll be quite safe left here while you move outwards and away. Now that you're nice and relaxed, imagine you're standing in the night time, facing forwards on top of a small hill covered in snow. Smooth snowfall reaching down the sides of the hill each way that you turn. In a circle around the top of this hill is a stone wall that's about as high as you are, made of rough, irregular blocks, stones laid haphazardly one on top of the other. Each one is crowned in a couple of inches of snowfall. The stone and the moss frozen this cold night. Clear skies above you, the stars twinkling, a fiercely bright moon over on one side, full and proud, sucking the colour out of the landscape. It's utterly quiet as you stand here. You can see your way into the distance on all sides, and there is not one artificial light, just the moon picking out the glens, the forest and the mountains. It feels like you are the only person here this evening. Before you, the stones in this wall that stretches around you in a ring, enclosing the top of this snow-covered hill. These stones have a glow in the heart of each one. Each one glows a different color. Around you they form a muted rainbow. Turn around 360 degrees on your feet. Notice this wall with all its colors glowing inside, and choose the stone and the color that most appeals to you. Hear and feel your feet crunching in the snow as you head over towards that stone. Brush away at the partial covering of snow to free it. Hold it in your hands. Take in the color. Can you see past its surface inside this stone? Beyond it, we realize the moon is shining down, a perfect glowing sphere. And now that stone in your hands is opaque, colorless. Put it down again on the ground, let it fall. And let's now face the winter landscape beyond this enclosure. Where you have pulled this stone free, others have fallen down, creating a way through the wall. Now the winter landscape is laid before you, the stars and the moon adding their lights to the scene. This entire landscape is asleep. There aren't even distant pinpricks of light. It must be very late, a time of night that only you, the stars and the moon are privileged to share. Below you, this hill is surrounded by forests of fir and pines, evergreens dark at night. And between where they've grown, there are various snaking pathways, white in the snow. They stretch away like a maze below you, offering several routes you can choose from. So decide now which one of those routes calls to you. And then let your feet crunch down in the snow, going down to your ankles, leaving thick footprints behind you. You'll feel your body begin to slide, its weight helping you go down, crunching through the drifts until you find you are flanked by the tall dark trees on either side. You've entered one of those pathways into the forest. With each inhalation, feel the ice go into your lungs. Feel how you're at one with the stars, the snow-laden branches, your own dragon's plume of breath puffing outwards. The silence is broken only by the crunch of your feet on the snow. It's so quiet, so still. It seems the forest is conscious of you. You're still moving downwards, down an incline, the bottom of the hillside. And although the trees can't uproot themselves and move, you can't shake the curious idea that this forest is sensing which way you want to head, arranging itself accordingly beyond the next bend in the trees. Behind you, if you turn your head back, there's a single line of footprints stretching back all the way up that hillside, up to that distant wall of stones. But let's turn forwards, where with the crunch of our feet, this narrow pathway between the trees is leading you to a stream of water. You can hear the water, although the surface of the burn seems frozen. Stalks of reeds encrusted with frost poke through the ice. Stars reflect dully on the lined surface of that ice. That ice is black and bleak. Bubbles underneath, however, show where the water's still flowing by. And as you walk beside the burn, you'll begin to notice certain objects also trapped underneath the ice. Though partly obscured by the bitter cold sheets, you'll recognize those objects. They're going to symbolize a direction your life has taken, one that's no longer relevant to you. They symbolize a past energy drain that now can be laid to rest. Let your mind show you what these objects are, each one frozen in the ice, and don't pass that object by until you feel you've truly separated from it and are ready now to let it go. There's the feel of a maze in this forest. Although your pathway through the trees hasn't yet brought you to any dead ends, now you are offered a junction, a choice of pathways to take between the firs and the pines. Here, you'll rely on intuition to guide you, to choose the right pathway. So let the stillness of the forest reach inside you, fill every cell of your being. Facing only the trees, the snow, and a starry strip of sky overhead. Here at this junction, several pathways are forking away. Another choice is required. For the first time, you notice other footprints here, different to your own. It seems a great number of feet once were here, trampling the snow flat. They've left debris as well, all kinds of things, scraps of handwritten letters, dropped toys, a forgotten glove. As you draw nearer to the center of this crossing, there's more and more trampling, more and more items out of place, left on the packed snow. There's a dropped phone, coins, pieces of food, an earring with its clasp bent. You turn this way and that, wondering not only which way to go, but what happened here, where all those people might have gone. Here, you have to use your own inner compass. Sense beyond what's been left behind by these other people, the distractions, to find the one pathway that leads away from this crossing with unbroken snow. Somewhere here, there's a pathway that's pure, untrodden by others, waiting for you. So turn slowly now. Take all the time you need to find it. Feel deep inside which is the right way to go. Snow clouds now are covering the sky. The stars are being tucked one by one behind those low, heavy clouds. You're walking along your virgin pathway, crunching the unbroken snow. The firs, the pines are close on either side, laden with white. When the moon darkens above you, you turn your head up. You find clouds are moving over that moon face. At first they're faint like smoke, but they thicken, hide the craters, greying out and finally blackening the moon, taking it from sight. As the light changes, the first snowflakes fall as well. Big flakes coming down to tickle your nose, swirling round you like a cloak in many fragments. As the snow silently blows around you, it's harder to know where the trees are. You blunder into the fir needles, dislodging the snow, feeling prickling against your face. You tumble in further, the trees so dense that you drop down to your knees, crawling underneath their boughs, head down to protect your eyes. Once you've pushed through the tree's outer wall, you find there's no more snow underfoot. Your palms are resting on moist needles. There's an earthy scent thick in your nostrils. You find you can stand up between the boughs. If you reach into your pocket, your fingers will land on something hard and round. You'll find it's part of that stone you touched out of the wall on the top of the hill. Now that piece of stone is just big enough to cup in both of your hands. And once again, it's glowing with that special color deep inside, the color that attracted you initially. If you hold up the stone in your two hands, you'll find its light can guide you. It picks up around you the stark bare trunks, the springy needles underfoot. The snow and the cold are somewhere outside of this canopy. The forest is protecting you. Your feet have started moving on autopilot, finding a way that snakes you through the trunks, the outstretched boughs. As you walk, the stone in your cupped hands becomes more translucent. It can glow even brighter, sending out that color light. And in there is a scene you recognize at once. Inside that stone is a miniature version of some special place in nature you visit in real life. It's a nature place where you go to recharge. In this stone cupped in your hands, you're being shown not only that place, but how to use that place, how to deepen the connection you have with it. So spend a few moments while you walk amongst the trunks on autopilot, focusing on this scene in the stone, lit up in that favorite color. What that miniature scene has to teach you. Now up above you, above the silhouette trees, the snow clouds have passed by. Stars are winking above the fir tops. Shafts of moonlight are pushing past the pines, all the way down here to the forest floor you stand on. Your feet stand on the thick mat of needles. For a long time you've been hidden from the sky, but now you're stepping into a clearing. You're illuminating stone, casting out its colored glow, the moist, soft earth. This clearing you stepped into in the nighttime isn't winter at all. In the dim light from the stars, you sense ferns growing, grass that's tall and rich. You hear water gurgling away. In the moonlight, irises poke up their pale tongues. Further down, toadstools glow on the fallen logs. An owl hoots in the distance. You've entered a pocket of summer night, carrying your stone with that inner scene still playing. And then the stone's boundaries against your palms fade. You're inside. You've stepped into your private nature place. It unfolds using all of your senses, drawing near to surround you. Let its familiarity wash over you. What you would see, hear, smell and feel. Remember the ways you were just shown of how to work with this place. If anything was unclear from that miniature scene inside the stone, of what to do in this place. Ask the landscape around you now. Request clarity on anything you don't understand. Merge into this nature place fully. Move through all of its elements, one into the next. Glide through the whole landscape around you. Now the scene of that special place is back inside the stone again, a miniature there in your cupped hands. The stone is becoming opaque, ordinary on your palms. Let the stone fall down to the ground where it belongs. We will leave it in this clearing. You begin to turn a full circle, noting the clearing as it moves around you, how it offers you a hole above your head into the sky. Above the trees, there are the stars, the moon, more snow clouds gathering. But our period in this nighttime forest is drawing to a close. So say goodbye to the forest in a way that feels good to you. Say goodbye, and as you turn, the stars will circle above, and the wind too will spiral down to find you. As this wind takes hold, you find you're as light as a leaf, as a speck of dust. It's no effort for this breeze to carry you, circling up above the forest's snowy tips. You notice below you the white pathways through the forest. You realize it was a real maze stretching away for miles, white and dark under that night sky. There are the junctions. There goes the burn, frozen and black, holding tight all those objects you no longer need to carry with you. The wind continues past the hill itself, a snowy hill ringed with a stone wall. But all of this is moving away in the chill air, into the background of your mind, some distance from you. Circle as light as a feather through the breeze to where your home is, where you've left your body safely waiting, sitting or lying down. Become aware of where you left your body at the beginning of our session, Feel where your body is waiting to be inhabited again. The breeze will turn, gently spin you, your own breathing becoming like that wind, the rise and fall of your chest a wave in itself, moving in the motion of a great wheel, and you can ride that wheel to breathe yourself back into your body. Breathe in, down into your lungs. Let that breath go further, curling round. Breathe in again, deep down inside, all the way past your hips and your knees to the very bottom of your feet. Let's breathe in once more and go down again to where the toes are, the ankles, the lower legs, leaving ourselves down there. Leave your essence there and breathe in once more. Now go down and feel your ankles, your calves and your knees. Bring yourself down there back to the right weight. Let's breathe in again past the hips and go down to feel from the knees, the thighs. Now as you breathe back and forth, your legs are beginning to feel the right weight, as if they're attached to you at the right place. We'll carry on breathing down to the base of the spine, to the stomach. Leave yourself there. You're filling with yourself once more. Inhale again and split this in two down your arms, right down to your hands and your fingers, the elbows and the upper arms. And now let's breathe up and fill the neck area up into the head. Breathe in so you're filling between the eyes, between the ears, up around the curl of the skull. Breathe in so that little point of you that thinks can be placed back in the forehead where it normally lives. And then breathe in to any points of your body that still feel empty, connecting all of your body together, feeling the muscles, the bones, the skin in the right places. Try wiggling your fingers and your toes, and when you feel you are fully back, breathe in and open up your eyes.